Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel, The Guided Way. I am your guide, Sean McCauley, and this read I'm going to be doing for the elements of fire. So if your sign is a fire sign, this is the spread for you. I'm going to be posting this on the 16th of March 2024, and this is going to be this is essentially kind of what's going on in the world of fire currently. And this is just the various aspects because I'm using 4 different decks. For the main spread, the 5 cards I have down here was done by Lo Scarabeo, and these cards here is Ethereal Visions by Matt Hugh, and over here the Mystic Dreamer done by Heidi Daris, and the text by Barbara Moore. And then over here I have the Vampire Phantasmagoria deck that was done by Ian Daniels. So I'm just kind of these are all images kind of surrounding what's going on here. So let's just start and see what's going on up here first. The first card that we have is the Tower. And this is generally a life-altering or change in your life at that point. Not necessarily too life-altering, but, it could make you redefine, either friendships or jobs or, just like your spiritual or religious beliefs, or maybe just someone or something that's occurred recently that's really put into question, how you feel about them or how you feel about the situation. And the next card is the Artist reversed. So definitely feel like, maybe this person made a choice to try and do something creative with the artist being reversed. The intent was good and was there, but it somehow just backfired on them. So let's go on to the dreamer. This could be like your literal dreams that you're dealing with, or maybe like your daydreams, or just, something that you want just in general. But we'll go ahead and just hit that. And the next card is the Lovers. And that's generally, whether, not necessarily the Lovers is about relationships, but it's about making solid, balanced choices. But since this one is reversed, maybe the choice had, 1 or 2 aspects that you felt like you had to make the choice on. Or maybe you didn't necessarily have all of the facts that you needed to make a balanced and well-informed choice. So we'll go on to the next card and see what happened. The High Priestess. And normally the High Priestess is a card of good intent, but as you can see, this one is reversed. So this is saying don't get lost or caught up in the dreams or in the muse, because a lot of different things are not necessarily going your way at this point. But it's also saying, don't get lost in this and don't give up. But, don't dwell on it. But, you have to move on as well. So go on to basically your shadow self or your darker self, the Hanged Man. So really good card, because it's giving you some really good advice right now. Because what this is saying is that, even though it's reversed, because you've had a number of things not necessarily go your way or as intended, and the expression is the road to hell is paved with good intentions, and I'm kind of seeing that right here. And so what this is telling you right now is, instead of flailing about and just grabbing at straws, just be still. Take a moment. Take a deep breath. Take a step back. And don't let yourself get overwhelmed by all this stuff that's going on right now. Really good card that helps to reaffirm that. And that's the Hermit. And the Hermit is saying, now that is probably a good time to withdraw and recharge. Because, a number of things did not necessarily go the way intended. I'm not necessarily saying, horrible things, but just basically a lot of negative things have occurred recently, And, maybe some of it by your design, maybe it's some were that were made by your choices just inadvertently. But let's go on to the main spread here and see what's going on. The Seven of Cups. And generally with the Seven of Cups, that's kind of saying that the world is your oyster. You have many choices that you can make. And maybe you got to a point that, you had so many choices and so many things going on, because life has a tendency of sneaking up on us when we're not paying attention, that you just pick the one thing that seemed right for you at the time and just try to go on and move away from there. And the One of Cups is the next card. So maybe you're just kind of running on empty. Maybe you're exhausted. Maybe you feel like you got a lot of different things pulling you in different directions. And yeah, you do have a lot of things going on pulling you in different directions. And that's why the Hanged Man is telling you to stop flailing about, just be still. And the Hermit is telling you to just kind of withdraw from everything. Don't ignore all your problems, but just, withdraw within yourself. Find your comfort zone and just take a deep breath and just try to come back and look at the situation with different eyes and different perspective. The next card, the Seven of Swords, and it's reversed. And normally what that's saying is that, some kind of betrayal, some kind of, mischievous behavior of like theft or something. But I'm looking at this card and I'm looking at the cups and I'm looking at all these other aspects of things going on. And, how I'm looking at it is that you can vaguely see a person in this picture right here, and he looks like he's hiding from these two people over here. So maybe the situation is that you had to grab what you can and just get out of there and just kind of protect yourself. And there's nothing wrong with protecting yourself, especially if if you got a family and you got them to think about. And so maybe you're trying to withdraw and you're trying to just take what you can, take what you felt that you've earned, and you're doing that to protect yourself and protect your family. So, and that's just my perspective of looking at that card with this particular deck. And the Three of Wands, it's another choice card, but it's reversed. And basically what that is saying is that, you see these three people with these wands looking out over at the sea, and he's looking at a boat. And so a final decision has been made, and you're essentially waiting for the answer of that decision. And so until you get that decision, all the other cards are telling you, the Hanged Man is telling you, stop flailing about, stop doing more harm to yourself than good. Just be still. And the Hermit is saying you need to withdraw and you need to be patient and just kind of regroup and get your own energy back. And the final card in this spread is Judgment. So, whatever choice that you've made, that you've been waiting for to get the answer for, the answer is going to be turned, and it will be turned in your favor. But I'm not going to say that it's going to be turned into where, you gained, threefold or fivefold or tenfold. None of that. But the judgment of the choice is going to go in your favor. So you've had a lot of things kind of building up and things just not going your way. But if you be still, like the Hanged Man says, and you withdraw in yourself, don't make snap decisions just because you have so many choices, because you feel like you're being pressured into it. Because you may grab the wrong choice, make the wrong choice, and then you feel empty. You feel like you're running on empty. And then, because of that, you may feel like you have to just kind of pick up your stuff and just go and kind of hide and protect what's yours. And it's good that you've made a decision, but you've been waiting for a while on the return of that decision. And, and so maybe that decision won't come right away, but that return of the decision will go in your favor. So, in the end, a lot of things did not go well for you, which I sympathize and I empathize with that, but it is going to get better. All because, this one card right here, Judgment. Judgment will go in your favor. So, that is the read. That is for, the fire elements. Sorry you've had such a rough week, but it will get better. And in the meantime, thank you for watching. If you like what you saw, click like, and if you really liked it, go ahead and subscribe. And I thank you all for watching. Stay safe and be blessed. Thank you again.